kickoff here at Baltimore's M&T Bank Stadium. Today, a good one in store here. It's the New York Jets and the Baltimore Ravens.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the Ravens.
Nick Folk ready to do the honors. And we're underway from the bank. Rasheen Ali on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player and the most exciting player, not just at his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
Caught by Flowers. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. 3rd and long for him here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So they couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. Fair catch called for, and he brings it in. Looks like right at about the 29-yard line. So now it's the Jets getting out on offense for their opening drive. They're led out by a respected veteran now in year 15 here in the NFL, Tyrod Taylor.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
To the air, Taylor. Flushed down out to his left.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets, the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Second and 3 now. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He's calling his own number again. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Jets first down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
And those are the completions they rely on in their passing game.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So first down from the 41. Hall takes it straight ahead. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Throwing off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Well, we're already seeing his legs going to be a factor in this contest. But I'll tell you what, Kate, if pressure's going to be on him like that, he's going to have to put his running back cape on and really use his ability to escape and keep things moving forward.
Offense going with a 4-receiver set, third and long. Here he goes, third and long. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is
to win it. Now on fourth down, here's Austin McNamara out to punt for the Jets. And this just gets past the 20 before going out. Now we'll get set to see the Baltimore offense for the second time. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Ravens to the line now. First and 10. Heads out on the bootleg. Complete, Derrick Henry. And he'll get it up to the 27. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainers heading out to take a look. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Handoff for Hill. He's running right. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
That is textbook RPO right there, Kate. Quarterback's decision-making comes quick off the snap. And that back, you know that he's already looking for those lanes before the ball's even in his belly. Before that defense can adjust to the run, he hits that second level.
Going all the way to the end zone here. And it is knocked away. A shot to the end zone, answered there by a strong defensive effort. Second down. Ooh, for a moment, thought those were our first points until he came and knocked it away.
Yeah, I think the message sent pretty clear after that play. You're going to have to try a lot harder than that to be the first ones on the board.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10. Lamar's going to keep this one. He's got a gain of 6 there. That's Harrison Phillips there for the stop.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Third and 4 coming up now. From the gun, Jackson pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That brings up fourth down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
On fourth now, on comes Tyler Luke, going to try this field goal for the Ravens. He better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The second drive coming up now for the Jets offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. Down the sideline inside the 40. And he's finally brought down at the 9. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. Breece Hall with the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Nick Folk now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Ravens nothing.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Ali to return it. He stopped on the run back of the 27. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock. So some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll motion a tight end left. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. Lamar off the play fake. Finds his fullback. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Receiver in motion, going left. We give here to the motion man. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up third down.
Down by Jermaine Johnson. Taken down back at the 42.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. Well, they had the look. Certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
Okay, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time the plant was closed.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. Jukes away from one. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on him. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. They'll start this one out with Hall. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Taylor hit and the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Ravens. And Baltimore finishes the return in the end zone. Touchdown. The Ravens cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Really smart play from him there, Brock. Not just to fall on the football, but to take it in for the score.
Yeah, a word we don't normally use with D linemen a lot. Quickness, right? Usually the corner skill guys. Yeah. But he was quick, man. He downshifted in a hurry for 6.
That is Tyler Luke, now on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Ravens tie this game 7-7. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Here's Isaiah Davis on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now here comes the New York offense. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution, and more than likely, making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. Taylor hit and the ball is loose. The Ravens pick it up. Nothing doing on the return, but the damage already done, partner. They take it away on the fumble.
You know, Kate, I one time had a coach tell me, hey, listen, I need you to be more of an artist and not a blacksmith. I need you to create. QB here does a great job creating, trying to buy something out of nothing. Unfortunately, as the clock ran out, that ball's punched free, and he gives it away.
Baltimore running its offense out now. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Now Jackson off the play action. Looking to his fullback now. And he's going to work into the 20. Brandon Stevens, drafted by these Ravens back in 2021 on the stop.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Hill now from the gun. And he's going to be out of bounds at about the 7-yard line, partner. That's where they're going to be set up for this first and goal.
Oh, that's such a good feeling as a quarterback on an RPO, and you get to hand it, and you get to watch him take off. You know if you take advantage in the RPO game of a run like that, it only makes the pass that much better.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Lamar now from the gun. Brings it in. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens parlay the turnover into a lead. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Here's Luke for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens take the lead here, 14-7 in the first.
Jets 7.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, here comes Davis. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Jets offense now set to take over. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Hall running between the tackles. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of one. It's the Ravens flying to an early lead. Back to the bank in just a moment. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They'll be set up 2nd and 7. Here's Taylor to throw. That's caught. He finds Allen Lazard. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. A pickup of 17. And it's good for a New York first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 now from the 46. They're going to run out of the pistol with Hall. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring out 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They give on second to Hall. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's good for a Jets first down.
Kate, I'll give some credit to the defense there. Limited the gain to the outside, contained him for minimal yardage, but it was going to be tough to stop him from getting a first down as close as they were to the sticks.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. It's caught left side by Mitchell. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
On first down, here comes Hall. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good for a New York first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. From the red zone on first. Throw is caught. And this is down all the way to the 3. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no luck on his first look at the game, and it'll be second and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
It'll be a gain of only 1 on second, so that brings up third and goal from the 2.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
And this is going to be a New York touchdown. The Jets can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Is this real? Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Folk on now to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Ravens send Zay Flowers ready for another look on offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you got to imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is second and 2. Out of the gun, a give to Hill. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next third down coming.
First down, here's Lamar. Finds his man, it's Rashad Bateman. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Jackson to throw it. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Caught by Flowers. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Lamar throwing again. Hits his running back. And he'll get this forward to about the 28. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Handoff now to Hill. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Baltimore, first down. First and 10.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And he only gets this one down to the 9. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Lamar back to throw. Has it down close. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a second quarter lead. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
The extra point is up and through by Luke. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7.
Jets, 14.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Jets and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Here's Hall running his own read. Fights his way through a tackle. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Well, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More from M&T Bank Stadium coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
They've got first down here from the 36. To the air, Taylor. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. Looking to throw, Taylor. He connects with the rookie from LSU. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Tight end going in motion here. All gets it again on 2nd down. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. The Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, Jets.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. It is caught left side. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Off the play fake. He'll throw. He'll step up, and there he goes. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and goal, Jets.
Four downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. No place to go. Ravens take him down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
You know, we do enough of these games, Kate, and I am a big fan of creativity. And the QBs today are some of the best to ever do it. But that's a situation where you got to know on 1st down, it's not time to be creative, especially if you feel the heat coming defensively. Just find a way to throw that sucker in the first row.
This is Nick Folk on for the Jets field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. The kick by Folk is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they had left in a methodical drive, paying off with points. And remember, they'll get the ball to start the second half as well.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Throwing here just before halftime. He lobs this up, left sideline, looking for something big. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, Scott, thanks so much. We are back, and this one's shaping up to be an exciting one. Very close game, Brock, as we start our third quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Wangu now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Jets and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
New York to the line. 1st and 10. Taylor now. Ravens get him. Down he goes. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback. And they didn't either.
Might be time to reach into the bag of tricks on second down. 16 to go following the sack. Throwing, Taylor.
Not a fan of either, but my niece is extras briefly with the Legends. See, I'm watching for the crazy.
This is across midfield and into enemy territory.
A gain of 41 yards on the play. That's good for a Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. This is Hall. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Now it's Taylor. Finds him over the middle. And this one does not go far.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Ravens crowding their passing lanes. They go into the dime for third down. They'll air it out on third. Trying to set up that screen, but it falls incomplete. And now they're facing fourth down.
Okay, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
So on fourth down, here comes Nick Folk to attempt this for the Jets. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Ali to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Ravens and this running back headed back out for a new series. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. A tight end in motion now. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be second down.
Boy, is it tough to fool this defense with how well they read and react to these plays. Held that line, and the QB keeper gets nada.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. From the gun, Jackson hits him on the in route. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Now Jackson on third down. And it's incomplete, so that's going to bring up fourth down.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second, and incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Baltimore lined up in punt formation. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. Can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Jets out to begin another drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10. Here's Hall. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8. Here's Hall once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Throw here, 3rd down. This finds its target. That's Taylor. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll go play action. Hits him on the out route. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
This is Lazard working the right side. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. They give to Hall now on the option. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's good for a Jets first down.
Some really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
Going to the ground again on first. Having gained up that handful there. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
On the counter, Hall. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Well, hold on a second. We've got a Raven hurting pretty good out there. They're going to head out to look at him. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. They go right back to Hall. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
They go heavy on this 1st and goal. 3 tight ends in the formation. Hall. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Couldn't get into the last 2 snaps. Another shot at 6 here on 3rd and goal. Back now, pressure coming. And he hauls it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets take a 3rd quarter lead. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Aaron Glenn keeping his kicker on the sideline, Brock. He wants to here.
The Jets will line up for a 2-point.
And no connection on the 2-point try. It fails.
You know, no sense in piling on. Pretty clear for everybody to see. He knows he should have had that one. Just didn't watch it in the whole way. And it leaves 2 points on the table.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Ali to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Ravens back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but just nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this third quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent. But in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
First down, here's Lamar. He's going to tuck it and run. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
I don't mind that scramble at all, Kate. It makes that defense think this guy's not just going to sit in the pocket all day. But I'll say this as well, like I do all the time. When you're going to scramble as a quarterback, make sure you protect yourself.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Henry running to the left. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Jets into the nickel, 3rd down. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. Jackson out of the gun on 3rd. He's able to hit Flowers, caught. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Motioning one of the tight ends. Out of the gun, Henry. And they will stop him at the line on what proves to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Now here's Lamar. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That one intended for Mark Andrews. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are
forces that one, and it's intercepted. Brandon Stevens has it. And the Jets get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
That's so cool. He really did it all for him, didn't he? First he forced the turnover, and then he set them up in a better spot with a really nice return. Yeah, he had designs on doing the scoring for him, too. One more move, and he might have broken it for 6.
The Jets and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Taylor. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
The Jets, first down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Jets.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Hall takes it straight ahead. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards.
He was taken down.
The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
You know, sometimes, Kate, that pocket could be a lonely place. You're searching and searching for an escape valve, and there's none to be had. That time, nowhere to go, and he was lucky to get back to the line before the defense swarmed him.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Motioning left is their running back. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Finds the in route, complete. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it's good for a New York first down.
That's good for a Jets first down. A gain of 13 yards. And the Jets first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Hall running between the tackles. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Running back sent in motion. To the air, Taylor. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
A loss of 2 yards.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. From the pocket, looking for a target. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Nick Folk. This 32 yards out on the right hash. Kicked well, and this is good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
21.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Ali to return it. Good work so far. He's got room. They're going to track him down, but a nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. The Ravens trotting out their offense. And this group feeling a little urgency to make the most of this one, Brock, after they threw that interception the last time out.
Yeah, we know there's no more predictive stat in the NFL than giving the ball away. Now, we walk that fine line as a quarterback. You can't play timid and scared to make a mistake, but you know you can't put the ball again in the other team's hands.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. Trucks a defender. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Short side option here. He's running left. And he's not able to escape. The zone read doesn't work. It's going to cost him a couple of yards, too.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Jackson now on 3rd. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, get to dime coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Punt team on the field. And they could really use a good one here. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. The Jets and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Here's Taylor. Caught by Lazard. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for a Jets 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Now put one of the tight ends in motion. On 1st down, here comes Hall. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
Taylor now. Taking a chance to the end zone. Somebody there, and he knocks it away. Couldn't connect for it all on that 1st down, so back to the drawing board they go for 2nd. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
It's cut left side by Mitchell. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He'll throw it. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go out of bounds with close to enough for the first. But he is marked short, so it is 4th down and less than a yard.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the 1st down.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Nick Folk. From the right hash, 52 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Ali to return it. He dodged the tackle. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. We see the Ravens making their way out now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
It's crunch time now, baby. 2-score game, just 2 timeouts, plus, of course, that 2-minute warning. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets a gain of 9, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. A draw now. This is Henry. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's 1st down. Lamar now from the gun. The left side is nabbed by Bateman. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He's got it along the sideline. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
This is our last chance.
First and 10, got to score immediately here. Only 1 timeout left, and that clock winding down. Putting the tight end in motion. On 1st down, Jackson. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, I think the defense coaches in coverage, breathing a sigh of relief. There was space right there. If that throw came 1 second earlier, that was going to be 6.
Ranging near a minute to play. 2nd and 10. Lamar throwing again. He'll set up the screen for Henry. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Now to throw. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown. I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game.
Touchdown.
All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So the touchdown was only a part of it, Brock. They're going to go for 2 now and try to make this just a field goal game.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Here he is to throw. It's gone. He's almost there, but no, they stop him at the last moment. He's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion. So a little pressure alleviated by the touchdown, but plenty still remains. Going to need to manufacture another trip to the end zone as they trail by 5.
This feels a little bit like a golf event to me, Kate, where those golfers will spend a big round not even looking at the scoreboard, not even know where they sit. But then when it gets down to winning time, they do know exactly what they need. And to consider that golf analogy, well, this team now needs a birdie when it matters the most.
As we approach the final half minute of play, their comeback hopes resting on recovering this kick. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Onside kick.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
The Jets back on offense, led out by Tyrod Taylor. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. Line up the design keeper. So it's a road win for the Jets. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Huard and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say so long from Baltimore.